The fluorescent lights hum in Cook County Trauma Center at 2:47 in the morning. Not the peaceful kind of hum. The mechanical grinding that burrows behind your eyes after 16 hours of standing, breathing recycled air that smells like antiseptic and fear and too many people bleeding at once. Dr. Maya Reeves stands at the nurse's station with a pen in her hand, charting. 34 years old, scrubs faded gray from industrial washing. Hair pulled back tight enough to give her a headache. No jewelry, no wedding ring. Nothing that catches or snags or tells a story she doesn't want to tell. Her handwriting is small, precise, economical. Every letter the same height, every word aligned. She finishes one chart, closes it, reaches for the next without looking up. Around her, chaos moves like weather. Residents sprint past, shouting updates about incoming traumas. Attending physicians bark orders from doorways. Monitors scream from 3 different bays at once, each one a different pitch, a different urgency. Maya doesn't react to any of it. She just keeps writing. Dr. Harris appears beside her. Chief resident, late 30s, confident in the way people get when they've forgotten what it feels like to be afraid. He's holding a tablet and wearing the expression of someone who's been awake for 20 hours and stopped caring 12 hours ago. He looks past her, not at her. Reeves. She glances up, doesn't speak, just waits. Crash carts. Bay 3's a mess. Restock them before end of shift. Not a question, not even really an order. Just an assumption that she'll comply. Maya nods once. Harris is already walking away before she finishes the gesture. She sets down her pen, closes the chart, walks toward the supply room without a word to anyone. The supply room is colder than the rest of the hospital. Fluorescent lights harsher. Metal shelves reflecting nothing but more metal. Everything organized by someone who doesn't work here anymore, labeled in fading marker that no one's bothered to update. Maya moves through it like she's done this 1,000 times. Because she has. Her hands reach for medications without her eyes needing to confirm. Atropine, epinephrine, lidocaine, amiodarone, calcium chloride, sodium bicarbonate. Every vial positioned in identical formation. Every drawer aligned so the labels face forward. She doesn't think about it. Her hands just know. Muscle memory from somewhere else. Some other life. She closes the cart, locks it, wheels it back into the hallway where the lights are dimmer and the chaos is louder. No one notices her return. In the break room, 2 nurses sit with coffee that's been reheated twice. Their voices are low, but not quiet enough. You see they're bringing in that new attending from Harvard? Yeah, Dr. Chen, published 6 times in the journal. Meanwhile, we've got Reeves restocking carts. A laugh. Not cruel exactly, just dismissive. She's fine. Keeps her head down. Does the grunt work. I heard she failed out of a residency program somewhere. Really? That's what Harris said. Something about not handling the pressure. Maya walks past the doorway. They don't see her, but she hears every word. She doesn't stop moving. Doesn't change her expression. Just keeps walking until she's in Bay 6 with a patient who's stable now but wasn't 2 hours ago. Older man, post-cardiac event, sleeping under warm blankets with an oxygen cannula in his nose and an IV dripping into his left arm. Maya checks his vitals on the monitor. Heart rate steady at 72, blood pressure 130/80, oxygen saturation at 91%. She watches the IV drip, counts silently. The rate's slightly fast. Not dangerous, just inefficient. She adjusts the roller clamp. Quarter turn, no more. Doesn't touch the pump controls. Doesn't chart the adjustment. Just corrects it and steps back. 30 seconds later, the oxygen saturation ticks upward. 93, 95, 97. The monitor stops alarming. A resident passes by the bay. Glances at the screen. Sees the improved numbers. Hey, nice. His sats came up. He doesn't look at Maya. Just keeps walking. She stands there for another moment, watching the steady rhythm of the man's breathing, the reliable pulse of the monitor, the slow drip of medication keeping him alive. Then she leaves. At 4:03 in the morning, her shift ends. She changes in the locker room, scrubs off. Jeans that are wearing thin at the knees, black t-shirt, canvas jacket with frayed elbows that she's owned for 8 years and can't seem to throw away. She opens her locker. Inside, beneath a spare pair of shoes, there's a photograph. Small, folded, creased at the edges from being opened and closed too many times. 5 people in desert uniforms, rifles slung across their chests, dust on their faces, smiling despite everything. She doesn't take it out, just looks at it for 3 seconds, then closes the locker. Outside, dawn is breaking over Chicago, the sky bruised purple and orange, the parking lot half empty. Maya walks to her car, a 2009 Honda Civic with a dented rear bumper and a driver's side mirror held on with duct tape. She unlocks it, pauses with her hand on the door. There's a scar on her right forearm. Thin, surgical, old enough that most people wouldn't notice. She touches it, just for a moment, then gets in the car and drives home through streets that are just starting to wake up, past buildings that hold 1,000 stories she'll never know, carrying her own story like a weight she can't put down. 2 nights later, Maya is back. Same station, same charts, same mechanical hum of lights that never quite let you forget where you are. But tonight the air feels different, heavier. A storm system moving in from the lake, dropping the barometric pressure low enough that she can feel it in her jaw where the bone healed wrong 7 years ago. She works through it, pen moving across paper, vitals recorded, medications charted. Around her, the trauma center churns through its endless cycle of crisis and recovery. At 11:36, she's called to assist in Bay 2. Gunshot wound to the shoulder. Gang-related, according to the police officer standing outside. The patient is stable, but needs debridement and irrigation before they can close. Dr. Patel is running it. 42 years old, sharp eyes, steady hands. He's been doing this long enough to know when something's off. Maya gowns up, gloves on, steps to the table. "Blee, retractor," Patel says. Maya hands it to him before he finishes the word. He glances at her, keeps working. Irrigation. She's already holding it out. Patel pauses, looks at her directly this time. "You've done this before." Not a question, an observation. Maya doesn't respond, just keeps her eyes on the surgical field. The wound is clean, high-velocity round, passed straight through the trapezius without hitting bone. Lucky. But Maya isn't looking at the wound anymore. She's looking at the entry point, the angle, the powder stippling around the edges. Close range, maybe 3 feet. Her breathing slows. The room shifts. Sand in her mouth. The taste of it, gritty and everywhere. Rotors overhead, the pressure of sound pushing down like a physical thing. Blood on her hands that isn't hers. Someone screaming her name. "Corpseman, corpseman, corpseman." Wreaths. She blinks. Patel is staring at her. "Sponge." She hands it to him. Her hands are steady. They always are, but something in her chest has gone tight. Patel finishes the procedure, steps back, strips his gloves. "Nice work," he says. Maya nods. He watches her for another moment, then leaves. She stands there alone with the patient, who's sedated and breathing easy, unaware of how close he came to dying, unaware of how many others didn't make it. At 12:14, Maya is standing in front of the vending machine in the hallway. She isn't buying anything. Isn't even looking at the options. Just standing there with her right hand pressed flat against the glass. Fingers spread, counting her breaths. 4 in, hold, 6 out. An old rhythm, one that used to keep her alive. "You good?" She turns. Sam, one of the ER nurses, late 20s, kind eyes. The type of person who notices things other people miss. "Yeah," Maya says, "just tired." Sam nods but doesn't move. She's watching Maya the way people watch something fragile. "You do that a lot." "Do what?" "Stand still, like you're listening for something." Maya's jaw tightens, just slightly. "I'm fine. I didn't say you weren't." They stand in silence. Sam waits. Maya doesn't offer anything. Finally, Sam shrugs. "You want coffee? I'm good." Sam walks away, but she glances back once. At 1:52, a new trauma rolls in. Car accident. Head-on collision. Driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The trauma team swarms. Maya stays at the edge, hands ready, watching. The patient has flail chest, multiple rib fractures, paradoxical breathing, probable internal bleeding. Dr. Harris is running it. "Get me a chest tube kit, type and cross, push fluids." The blood pressure drops, 90/60, then 80/50. Harris hesitates. He's good, but he's second-guessing himself. He's crashing. "Tension pneumothorax," Maya says. Her voice is quiet, calm. but it cuts through the noise. Harris looks at her. What? Left side. You can see the tracheal deviation. Harris looks at the patient's neck. She's right. Damn it, needle decompression now. But Maya is already moving. She doesn't wait for permission, doesn't ask. She grabs the 14-gauge needle from the crash cart. Alcohol swab. Finds the second intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, by touch as much as sight. She inserts. There's a pop. Then a hiss of air escaping under pressure. The patient's oxygen saturation ticks upward immediately. The monitor stops screaming. Maya pulls the needle, disposes of it in the sharps container, steps back. Harris is staring at her. Where the hell did you learn that? Maya meets his eyes for half a second. I read a lot. Then she turns and walks out of the bay. Later, Harris finds Dr. Patel in the hallway. She knew exactly what to do. Patel nods. She's good. No, I mean she knew. Like muscle memory, like she's done it 100 times. Patel looks through the window at Maya, who's charting quietly at the nurse's station. Maybe she has. She's a second-year resident. She shouldn't be that fast. Patel doesn't answer right away. Then he says, maybe she's more than that. Harris frowns. What do you mean? But Patel just walks away. At 3:47, Maya sits in the locker room. Her hands are shaking. Not much, just a fine tremor that most people wouldn't notice. She opens her locker, takes out the photograph, unfolds it. 5 faces staring back at her. Desert uniforms, dust and exhaustion, and something like hope. Her face is second from the left, younger, smiling. The other 4 are gone now. KIA, KIA, MIA, KIA. She traces one of the faces with her thumb, then folds the photograph again, puts it back, closes the locker, and sits there breathing until the shaking stops. 4 days later. Friday night, and the trauma center has that particular tension that comes before everything breaks open. Maya is restocking Bay 4, methodical, quiet. Dr. Brennan is the attending tonight. 51 years old, 15 years in trauma, good hands, solid judgment. But he's never worked a war zone. The radio on the wall crackles to life. Inbound. Mass casualty incident. Building collapse during renovation. Estimated 12 victims. Multiple crush injuries. ETA, 4 minutes. The trauma center detonates into controlled chaos. Residents sprint to prep bays. Nurses pull crash carts into position. Techs ready imaging equipment. Brennan's voice rises above everything. I want 2 surgical teams on standby. Every bay open. Blood bank on notice. Move. Maya steps back against the wall. Out of the way. She's not assigned to this. The first ambulance arrives at 6:51. Stretcher wheels screech against polished floors. A man in his 40s, conscious. Covered in dust and plaster. Left leg crushed below the knee. Bone visible through torn flesh. Brennan takes it. X-ray, type and cross. 2 units O-neg. Get ortho down here. Second ambulance. Woman, 60s, unconscious. Depressed skull fracture. Blood in her ear canal. Dr. Patel takes it. Third ambulance. Teenager, male. Rebar through his abdomen. Still impaled. The metal rod extends 2 feet on either side of his body. Harris takes it. His face goes pale, but his hands stay steady. Fourth ambulance arrives at 6:54. The paramedic is doing chest compressions as they roll in. Male, late 20s, found in the basement level. Cardiac arrest on scene. We've been working him for 9 minutes. 3 rounds of epi. Still asystole. Brennan looks up from his patient. 9 minutes of asystole. Yes. Sir? Pupils? Fixed and dilated. Brennan's jaw tightens. He looks at the monitor. Flatline. He looks at the chaos around him. Every bay full. More patients coming. He shakes his head. Call it. We need the space. The paramedic stops compressions, steps back. The stretcher is wheeled to the side of the hallway. Out of the way. The team moves on. Maya is standing 12 feet away. She's watching the patient on the abandoned stretcher. His chest isn't moving, but something is wrong. His neck veins are distended, bulging. The trachea is deviated to the right. She steps forward. Wait. No one hears her. She speaks louder. Wait. Brennan turns. Irritation flashing across his face. Reeves, we need the bay? He's not asystole. Brennan stops. What? Look at his neck. Bilateral tension pneumothorax. The pressure's compressing his heart. That's why there's no electrical activity. Brennan looks at the monitor. Still flatline. He looks at Maya. He's been down for 9 minutes. I can get him back. Reeves. 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. The hallway has gone quiet. Everyone's watching now. Brennan studies her face. Sees something there he didn't expect. He steps aside. 2 minutes. Maya moves. Fast. Precise. No wasted motion. She grabs scissors from a nearby cart. Cuts the patient's shirt open. The fabric falls away. Alcohol swabs. 2. 14-gauge needles. She doesn't ask for help. Doesn't wait for approval. Left side first. Second intercostal space. Mid-clavicular line. She inserts the needle. A hiss. Air escaping under pressure. Right side. Same landmark. Insert. Another hiss. She drops both needles into a sharps container. Resume compressions. A nurse hesitates. Looks at Brennan. Maya's voice cuts through. Now. The nurse moves. Starts compressions. Maya watches the monitor. Flatline. 5 seconds. Flatline. 10 seconds. 15 seconds. Then a blip. Single QRS complex. Then another. Then a rhythm. Narrow. Fast. But organized. Sinus tachycardia. The monitor beeps. The patient gasps. A wet, desperate sound. His eyes flutter open. Unfocused. Terrified. The hallway is frozen. Every person staring at the monitor. At the patient. At Maya. Brennan's voice is barely audible. Jesus Christ. Maya steps back. Her hands are steady, but her breathing is controlled. Deliberate. Get him to CT. He needs a full trauma workup. Rule out other injuries. No one moves. Maya looks at Brennan. Now. Brennan snaps back. You heard her. Move. The team mobilizes. The stretcher is rushed toward imaging. Maya turns and walks toward the hallway. Brennan calls after her. Reeves. She stops. Doesn't turn around. Who taught you that? Maya's shoulders are tight. I need some air. She walks away. Sam catches up to her near the stairwell. Maya. Maya keeps walking. Maya, stop. She stops. Doesn't turn. That was incredible. He had a pulse. I just found it. He was dead. He wasn't. Sam steps around to face her. Where did you learn to do that? Maya's eyes are distant. Somewhere else. What does that mean? Maya looks at her. Really looks. It means I need to be alone right now. She pushes through the stairwell door and disappears. Harris. Inside the trauma bay, Brennan is talking to Harris in low tones. That wasn't a lucky guess. Harris shakes his head. No, that was training. What kind of training? Harris watches through the window as Maya's silhouette moves down the stairs. The kind you don't get in medical school. Brennan is quiet for a long moment. Find out where she did her residency. I want to know who trained her. Harris nods. But something tells him they won't find the answer in any hospital records. In the stairwell, Maya sits on the concrete steps. Her hands are shaking again. She presses them flat against her thighs, counts her breaths. 4 in, 6 out. The sound of the monitor beeping, the gasp of air into collapsed lungs, the weight of a chest under her hands, the smell of dust and blood. She closes her eyes, and for just a moment, she's not in Chicago anymore. She's somewhere hot, somewhere loud, somewhere people are screaming her name. Maya sits in the locker room at 8:34 that same night, hands folded between her knees, breathing controlled. The door opens. She doesn't look up. A man steps inside, not hospital staff. Dark suit, federal cut, clean lines, 43 years old, graying at the temples, eyes that have seen things and remembered all of them. He stops when he sees her. For a long moment, neither speaks. Then he does. Corpseman. Maya's entire body goes rigid. Her head snaps up. Their eyes lock. He's staring at her like he's seen a ghost. It is you. Maya stands slowly. Her voice is flat. You have the wrong person. No, he says quietly. I don't. He takes a step closer. Hospital Corpsman First Class Maya Reeves, United States Navy, combat medic, attached to 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, Sangin Province, Afghanistan, 2012 to 2014. Maya's breathing stops. I said you have the wrong person. You saved my life. The air leaves the room. Maya stares at him. He reaches into his jacket, pulls out a badge. FBI, Special Agent Colin Drake. I was a lieutenant back then, he says. Took shrapnel to the femoral artery. You put a tourniquet on me in the middle of a firefight, told me to shut up and stop whining. Maya's jaw tightens. That wasn't me. You had blood on your face, dust in your hair. You kept talking the entire time. Wouldn't let me pass out. She takes a step back. I don't know what you're talking about. Drake doesn't advance, just stands there. You were awarded a Bronze Star with Valor, personally recommended by your battalion commander. Maya's voice cracks slightly. You need to leave. You disappeared after your discharge. No forwarding address, no contact with your unit. Like you vanished. Leave. I've been looking for you for 3 years. Maya's hands curl into fists. Why? Because the Bureau needs you. She laughs. It's sharp, bitter. The Bureau can find someone else. There is no one else. Then you're out of luck. Drake studies her face. I'm not here to drag you back into anything. I'm here because people are dying, and you're the only person I trust to help stop it. I'm not that person anymore. You just brought a man back from the dead with 2 needles and your bare hands. That's different. How? Because no one was shooting at me. Her voice echoes in the small room. She stops, breathes. Drake's expression softens. There's a task force, multi-agency, domestic terror cells with military-grade training. We've lost 2 agents in the last 4 months. Get better agents. We need someone who can teach tactical combat medicine. Someone who's been under fire and kept people alive anyway. Maya shakes her head. Find someone else. I tried. You're the only one. Then your task force is going to fail. She moves toward the door. Drake speaks again, quieter this time. Your call sign was Apollo. Maya freezes. Her hand is on the door handle. What did you say? Apollo. That's what your Marines called you. Because you kept bringing people back from the dead. She doesn't turn around. That name died in Sangin. No, Drake says. It didn't. It's standing right here. Outside the locker room, Dr. Harris is walking past. He hears voices, low, intense. He slows down, stops, listens. Inside, Maya turns slowly. Her face is unreadable. How many people heard you say that name? Drake realizes his mistake. Just me. You sure about that? Before he can answer, the door opens. Harris stands there, staring. Apollo? He says. Maya closes her eyes. Drake mutters something under his breath. Harris looks between them, his brain working through the implications. What the hell is going on? Maya doesn't answer. Harris steps inside, closes the door behind him. Someone better start talking. Drake pulls his badge again. Special Agent Drake, FBI. This is official business. Harris ignores him, looks at Maya. You were military. She doesn't respond. Special operations or something. Still nothing. They gave you a call sign. Maya's voice is barely audible. It was a long time ago. Harris is putting pieces together. That's how you knew. The needle decompression, the tourniquet techniques. You've done this before. Not in a hospital, in combat. Maya meets his eyes. Yes. Harris exhales slowly. Why didn't you tell anyone? Because it doesn't matter. It mattered tonight. That's not why I'm here. Then why are you here? Maya's voice is quiet but firm. Because I wanted to save lives without carrying a weapon. The room goes silent. Harris looks at Drake. What do you want with her? Consultation, federal matter. She's hospital staff. She's also inactive reserve. And we're recalling her. Maya's head snaps toward Drake. You're what? Inactive reserve service clause. You're still listed. We're invoking it. You can't do that. I can, and I did. Maya takes a step toward him. I'm not going. Then you'll be in violation of federal statute. That's a felony. Her hands shake with anger. You manipulative. I didn't want it like this, Drake interrupts. But people are dying, and you can stop it. Find someone else. There is no one else with your training and your experience who's still alive. The words hang in the air. Maya stares at him. Harris clears his throat. How long? Drake looks at him. 2 weeks, maybe 3. Harris looks at Maya. She won't meet his eyes. Then she comes back here. It's non-negotiable. Drake nods. Agreed. Maya's voice is hollow. I don't get a say in this? Drake's expression is genuinely regretful. No, I'm sorry. She laughs again. That same bitter sound. Unbelievable. She pushes past Harris. Out the door. The hallway is empty, but word spreads fast in hospitals. By the nurses' station, Two residents are talking in low voices. Did you hear? Reeves was military. Not just military. Some kind of special medic. They called her Apollo. Like the god? I guess. Sam overhears. Her face goes pale. She walks quickly toward the locker room. Finds Maya standing at her locker. Not opening it, just standing. Maya. Maya doesn't turn. Is it true? Yeah. You were a combat medic. Yeah. Sam steps closer. Why didn't you say anything? Maya finally looks at her. Because I didn't want to be that person anymore. And now? Maya opens her locker. Takes out her jacket. Now I don't have a choice. She closes the locker. Walks toward the exit. Sam calls after her. When do you leave? Maya stops at the door. Tomorrow morning, 0600. Will you come back? Maya looks back at her. I don't know. Then she's gone. Cook County Trauma Center, 11:53 at night. 4 days after Maya left. The place runs without her. It always does. People are replaceable in systems like this. But something feels different. The residents move a little less confidently. The attendings second-guess themselves more often. Dr. Brennan stands at the nurses' station, reviewing charts when the radio crackles. Inbound. Mass casualty. Active shooter situation at nightclub. Estimated 20 victims. Multiple gunshot wounds. ETA, 3 minutes. The trauma center explodes into motion. Brennan's voice cuts through everything. All hands. Every bay open. I want OR teams on standby right now. Move. Residents sprint. Nurses prep bays. Techs ready equipment. Harris is shouting orders. Patel is coordinating with surgery. Sam is pulling supplies. Everyone is moving. But there's a hesitation in the air. An uncertainty that wasn't there before. The first ambulance arrives at 11:56. Female. Early 20s. Gunshot wound to the chest. Sucking chest wound. Air bubbling through the hole with every breath attempt. She's gasping. Drowning in her own blood. Brennan takes it. Occlusive dressing. Needle decompression if she drops. Get me a chest tube ready. Second ambulance. Male. Late teens. GSW to the abdomen. Bleeding heavily. Patel takes it. Third ambulance. Fourth. Fifth. The bays fill like water rising. Then the sixth ambulance. Stretcher rolls in fast. Paramedic doing compressions. Sweat pouring down his face. Female. 16 years old. GSW to the upper left chest. Lost her pulse 2 minutes ago. We've pushed epi twice. Brennan looks up from his patient. Get her to Bay 2. No room, a nurse shouts back. Bay 4 then. Also full. Brennan's face shows the calculation. Too many patients. Not enough space. Not enough hands. The girl is dying right now. He knows it. Everyone knows it. Maya appears in the doorway. She's wearing the same clothes she left in 4 days ago. Jeans, black shirt, canvas jacket. But something about her is different. The way she stands, the way she moves, like a switch flipped. I've got her. Brennan turns. Shock registers on his face. Reeves, I've got her. Her voice is different too. Command voice. The kind that doesn't ask permission. Brennan sees it. The transformation. He steps aside. She's yours. Maya moves. The stretcher is in the hallway. No bay. No equipment nearby. Just open floor. She doesn't care. I need a thoracotomy kit. Right now. A nurse freezes. A what? Maya's voice sharpens. Thoracotomy kit. Scalpel, rid spreaders, vascular clamps. 30 seconds or she dies. The nurse runs. Maya drops to her knees beside the stretcher. Rips the girl's shirt open. No hesitation, no ceremony. Gunshot wound. Left chest. High. Near the heart. No exit wound. The bullet is still inside. Probably hit the pericardium. That's why she arrested. The kit arrives. Maya doesn't look up. Betadine. A resident swabs the chest. Maya takes the scalpel. Makes the incision. Fifth intercostal space. Lateral to the sternum. Clean line. No wasted motion. Blood wells up immediately. She ignores it. Rib spreaders. She inserts them. Cranks them open. The girl's chest cavity is exposed. The hallway has gone completely silent. Every person in the trauma center is watching. Maya reaches inside. Her hand disappears into the chest. She finds the heart. It's not beating. She squeezes it manually. 1, 2, 3. Feels for the injury with her other hand. There, small perforation in the left ventricle. Blood filling the pericardial sac. She clamps the bleeder. Squeezes the heart again. 1, 2, 3. The monitor beeps. Once, Twice, a rhythm appears. Weak, thready, but there. Maya pulls her hand out, covered in blood to the wrist. Get her to OR immediately. She needs cardiothoracic surgery. Two nurses move without question. The stretcher is rushed toward the elevators. Maya stands, blood on her hands, blood on her clothes. She doesn't move, just stands there breathing. Brennan is staring at her. Where the hell did you learn that? Maya looks at him. Her eyes are flat. Fallujah, 2011. She walks toward the bathroom to wash the blood off. Behind her, the trauma center is still chaos. But everyone's moving differently now. Faster, more confident, because they saw what competence looks like. At 12:47, the main entrance doors open. 3 black SUVs in the ambulance bay. Federal agents step out, dark suits, earpieces, serious faces. Behind them, a man in navy dress blues, captain's insignia on his collar. 56 years old, gray hair, command presence that fills a room. He walks through the doors, stops at the intake desk. I'm looking for hospital corpsman first class Maya Reeves. The nurse looks up, intimidated. She's in the back. Get her. Sir, I can't just. His voice doesn't rise. Doesn't need to. Get her now. The nurse picks up the phone. In Brennan's office, he's on a call with hospital administration. I don't care what your federal mandate says. She's my staff and you can't just. The door opens. The captain walks in without knocking. Brennan stops mid-sentence. Who the hell are you? The captain ignores him. Looks at Agent Drake, who's standing by the window. Where is she? Drake straightens. Here. She came back. Why? Mass casualty event, she responded. The captain's expression shifts slightly. Something like pride. Of course she did. He turns to Brennan. You're Dr. Brennan, trauma chief. That's right. And you are? Captain Richard Chen, United States Navy. I'm here for Corpsman Reeves. Brennan stands. She's not going anywhere. That's not your decision. She's a civilian now. She's an active reserve, which means she's mine when I need her. Brennan's jaw sets. For what? That's classified. In the hallway, Maya is washing her hands at a sink. The water runs red. She scrubs mechanically. Sam approaches. Maya. She doesn't stop scrubbing. There's someone here for you. Tell them I'm busy. I don't think you can say no to this one. Maya finally looks up. Sam's face tells her everything. Maya dries her hands, walks toward Brennan's office. She stops in the doorway, sees him, the captain. Her entire body goes still. He turns, sees her. For the first time in years, he smiles. Hello, Apollo. Maya's voice is barely a whisper. Captain Chen, you're a hard woman to track down. I wasn't trying to be found. I know. He walks closer, stops 3 feet away. But your country needs you again. Maya's hands curl into fists. I did my time. And now there's more time to do. Find someone else. Chen's voice is gentle, but firm. There is no one else with your skill set who's still breathing. He holds out a folder. She doesn't take it. What is this? A mission. I don't do those anymore. You just performed an emergency thoracotomy in a hallway and saved a 16-year-old girl's life. Maya says nothing. Chen continues. You're still a warrior, Reeves. You just changed the battlefield. He holds the folder out again. This time, slowly, she takes it, opens it. The first page is a photograph. 5 people in desert uniforms. Dusty. Armed. Smiling despite everything. Her team, her family, all dead now, except her. Chen's voice is quiet. They'd want you to keep fighting. Maya closes the folder, looks at him. When do we leave? 0600 tomorrow. She nods once, then walks out of the office without another word. A quiet conference room. Cook County Hospital. 1:34 in the morning. Maya sits at the table. The folder is open in front of her, but she's not reading it. She's staring at the photograph. Desert. Firebase. 5 people in full combat kit. Her team. Captain Chen sits across from her. He's been quiet for 3 minutes, letting her process. Finally, he speaks. You remember then? Maya doesn't answer. Corporal Haynes. KIA. Helmand Province. September 2013. Her jaw tightens. Petty Officer Ruiz. KIA. Sangin. March 2014. She closes her eyes. Lieutenant Morrison. MIA. Same operation. Her breathing slows. Deliberate. Sergeant Yoon. KIA. Medevac crash. May 2014. A tear slips down her cheek. She doesn't wipe it away. Chen's voice is quiet. You were the only one who made it out. Maya opens her eyes. I know. It wasn't your fault. I was their medic. Edic. And you did everything humanly possible. It wasn't enough. Chen leans forward. Maya, look at me. She does. You saved 17 lives that day. I lost 4. You saved 17 people while under sustained enemy fire for 6 hours. Her hands are shaking. It doesn't feel like saving anyone. I know. He closes the folder gently. That's why you disappeared. Why you became someone else. She nods. I couldn't watch people die anymore and pretend I was fine. I couldn't carry their faces every single day and function. So you became a doctor. I became invisible. Chen sits back. Why invisible? Because if no one knows who I am, they can't expect me to save them. And if I can't save them, it's not my failure. You know that's not how it works. I know, but it let me sleep at night. The room is silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights. Chen studies her. You can't hide from this forever, Maya. I was doing pretty well until 4 days ago. Until Drake found you, until you recalled me. Would you have come if I'd asked? Maya looks at him directly. No. That's why I didn't ask. She almost smiles. Bitter, but genuine. Always the strategist. The door opens. Agent Drake enters. Behind him, Dr. Brennan, Dr. Patel, Harris, Sam. They all stare at Maya. She stares back. Brennan speaks first. We heard what happened tonight. Maya says nothing. The girl you saved. She's out of surgery, stable. The surgeon said another 30 seconds and she'd be gone. Still nothing. Patel steps forward. What you did out there, that wasn't standard procedure. That was combat medicine. Maya's voice is hoarse. It was the only option. Harris moves closer. His face shows something unfamiliar. Respect. Maybe shame. I owe you an apology. Maya looks at him. I treated you like you were nothing. Like you didn't belong here. She doesn't respond. I was wrong. Completely wrong. Sam speaks up. We all were. Maya stands slowly. I don't need apologies. Brennan's voice is firm. Then what do you need? She looks at him. I need to stop carrying ghosts everywhere I go. Chen stands as well. The mission is real. The threat is credible. And you're the only person I trust to train my people to survive it. I'm not a soldier anymore. No, you're better. You're a doctor who thinks like a soldier. You understand medicine and tactics. That combination doesn't exist anywhere else. That doesn't make me qualified. It makes you the only person who can do this. Maya shakes her head. You're asking too much. I'm asking you to do what you've always done. Which is, keep people alive when everything's trying to kill them. She looks around the room. At Brennan, Patel, Harris, Sam, Drake, Chen. Everyone waiting. She closes her eyes, takes a breath, opens them. If I do this, I do it my way. Chen nods immediately. Agreed. No rank structure, no chain of command bureaucracy. I call it as I see it. Done. And when it's over, I come back here. To this hospital, to this job. You have my word. Maya picks up the folder. Then I'm in. The room releases a collective breath. Brennan steps forward. What do you need from us? Maya looks at. To him. Time, 2 weeks minimum. You've got it. Your position will be here when you return. She nods, looks at Chen. When do we leave? 0600. 4 hours. That's not much time. I know. She looks at Sam. Can you cover my patients? Sam nods. Of course. Maya turns to Harris. The guy from the building collapse. The one I brought back. Make sure he gets follow-up imaging in 72 hours. He'll need it. Harris nods. I will. She looks at Patel. Thank you for not asking questions. Patel smiles slightly. Thank you for showing us what's possible. Maya walks to the door, stops, turns back. The girl from tonight, the 16-year-old. When she wakes up, tell her she's stronger than she thinks. Brennan's voice is soft. I will. Maya leaves. The parking lot at 2:03 in the morning. Maya stands beside her car. The folder rests on the hood. She opens it again. Looks at the photograph one more time. 5 faces. 4 dead. Her voice is a whisper. I'm still here. I don't know why, but I'm still here. Sam appears beside her. You okay? Maya doesn't look at her. No. You don't have to do this. Yeah, I do. Why? Maya finally looks at her. Because if I don't, more people die. And I'm tired of people dying. And if you do this, maybe I can finally let go of the ones I couldn't save. Sam doesn't respond, just stands there. Maya gets in the car. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Promise? Maya starts the engine. I'll try. She drives away. Sam watches the taillights disappear into the Chicago night. Inside the hospital, Chen stands at the window of Brennan's office. Drake joins him. You think she'll be okay? Chen doesn't turn. She's been carrying this for 7 years. It's a miracle she's still standing. That's not an answer. Chen looks at him. She's the strongest person I've ever commanded. She'll be fine. And if she's not? Then we make sure she has people to catch her when she falls. Drake nods. They stand in silence, watching the city wake up, knowing that in 4 hours, Maya Reeves will stop running from her past and start facing it. In her apartment, Maya packs a small bag, practical clothes, medical supplies, a photo she keeps hidden in a drawer. She sits on the edge of her bed, looks at her hands. They're steady now. She whispers to the empty room. Haynes, Ruiz, Morrison, Yoon. The names of the dead. I'm doing this for you. She stands, shoulders the bag, and walks out into the pre-dawn darkness. Ready, Cook County Trauma Center, 6:42 in the morning, 17 days later. The morning shift is starting. Residents grab coffee. Nurses prep bays. The rhythm of the hospital continues like it always does. Then the main doors open. Maya walks in. She's thinner. Dark circles under her eyes. A new scar on her left cheek that wasn't there before. Small. Clean. Recent. She's carrying a duffel bag over one shoulder. Sam sees her first. She drops the chart she's holding and runs. Maya. She hugs her hard. Maya doesn't let go for a long moment. You're back. I'm back. Sam pulls away. Studies her face. Are you okay? Maya's smile doesn't reach her eyes. Define okay. Maya. I'm here. That's what matters. Sam wants to ask more, but something in Maya's expression stops her. What happened out there? I can't talk about it. Did you? Sam, I can't. Sam nods slowly. Okay. Dr. Brennan appears from around the corner. Stops when he sees her. Reads. Maya straightens slightly. Dr. Brennan. He looks at her. Really looks. Takes in the weight loss, the scar, the exhaustion. You're late. I know. By 3 days. I know. He waits. She doesn't explain. Finally, he sighs. Get changed. You're on in 20 minutes. Maya blinks. That's it? You expecting a parade? I'm expecting questions. And I'm expecting you to save lives, so get moving. She stares at him. Something like gratitude crosses her face. Yes, sir. She walks toward the locker room. The locker room at 6:58. Maya opens her locker. The photograph is still there on the shelf. She takes it out, looks at it. 5 faces, 4 dead. She sets it back down, not hidden anymore. Just there, part of her, not all of her. She changes into scrubs, closes the locker, breathes. At 9:14, Maya is assisting Dr. Patel on a routine appendectomy. Simple, standard, calming in its predictability. Clamp. Maya hands it to him. Suction. She's already moving. Patel glances at her. Good to have you back. Good to be back. How was it? Classified. Patel smirks slightly. Of course. The doors burst open. Incoming. Multi-vehicle accident. 4 critical. 2 minutes out. Patel looks up. You good to close? Maya nods. Go. He strips his gloves and moves fast. Maya finishes the procedure alone. Steady hands, steady breath. Like she never left. The trauma bay at 9:47. Maya steps into controlled chaos. 4 bays full. Blood everywhere. Shouting. Monitors screaming different rhythms. She scans the room with trained eyes. Sees what others miss. Bay 3. Elderly man. Hypotensive. Abdomen distended and rigid. Internal bleed. No one's noticed yet. She moves. Dr. Harris? He's managing another patient. Doesn't look up. Not now, Reeves. Bay 3. He's bleeding into his abdomen. Harris glances up. Irritation flashes. How do you... Look at his belly. Rigid. Pressure's dropping. He needs OR now. Harris looks, sees it immediately. Damn it. Get him to surgery. The team mobilizes. Harris looks at Maya. How'd you catch that? She doesn't answer, just moves to the next patient. The nurses station at 11:32. Maya's charting. Pen moving in those same precise strokes. Dr. Brennan approaches. You've been different since you came back. She looks up. Different how? More present. Less like you're hiding. She considers that. Maybe I stopped running. From what? Myself. Brennan nods slowly. That why you went? That's why I came back. He studies her face. Whatever happened out there, it changed you. It reminded me who I was before I tried to disappear. And who's that? Maya sets down her pen. Someone who's good at keeping people alive. Brennan almost smiles. Yes, you are. He walks away. The break room at 3:17. Maya sits with coffee. Sam joins her. Silence for a moment. Then Sam speaks. One's talking about you. They always are. It's different now. They know you went on some kind of federal mission, that you're not just a resident. Maya sips her coffee. I'm exactly a resident. That's all I want to be. That's not all you are. It's all I need to be. Sam looks at her. What happened out there, Maya? Maya's hands tighten around the cup. I taught people how to stay alive, and 2 of them didn't. Sam's expression softens. That's not your fault. I know, but it still sits in my chest like a stone. Will it always? Maya looks at her. Probably. But maybe that's okay. Maybe carrying it means I remember why it matters. Sam reaches across the table, squeezes her hand. You're allowed to put it down sometimes. Maya squeezes back. I'm learning. End of shift at 6:54. Maya walks to her car. A black SUV is parked beside it. Agent Drake steps out. Corpseman. She stops. Agent Drake, how's civilian life treating you? Like it never stopped. Hull smiles slightly. You did exceptional work out there. I did what needed doing. You saved 6 federal agents, trained 40 more, and lost 2. Drake's smile fades. Maya, those deaths weren't. I know. But knowing doesn't make it lighter. He nods. They stand in silence. Why are you here? Maya asks. To say thank you. You already did. And to tell you we'll probably need you again. Maya shakes her head. Find someone else. There is no one else. There has to be. Drake looks at her seriously. You saved my life twice. Once in Sangin. Once last month, when you taught my team how to manage a sucking chest wound under fire. Maya says nothing. So when the time comes, I'm going to ask again. And I'm going to say no. Maybe, but I don't think you will. He gets back in the SUV, drives away. Maya stands alone in the parking lot, then gets in her car, and goes home. Inside the hospital, Harris finds Brennan. She's different. Brennan nods, stronger, more centered. You think she'll stay? I think she finally found a reason to. Which is? Brennan looks through the window at the trauma bay where Maya treated 4 critical patients without hesitation. She remembered she's good at this, and that it matters. Harris is quiet for a moment. We almost lost her because we couldn't see what she was. We won't make that mistake again. In the locker room, Maya sits alone, opens her locker one more time, looks at the photograph. 5 faces. She touches each one. I'm still here, still fighting, still saving people. Her voice is steady. I hope that's enough. She closes the locker, walks out. The city is dark now, streetlights flickering on. Maya drives through Chicago with the windows down. For the first time in 7 years, she's not running from anything. She's just driving home. And that's enough. Cook County Trauma Center. 6 months later, 7:14 in the morning. Maya stands at the front of a conference room. 20 residents sit in rows watching her. She's different now, confident in a way that doesn't need proving, present in a way that commands attention without demanding it. When you're managing a mass casualty incident, you don't have time to think. You need to act on trained instinct. She points to a training mannequin on the table. This patient has a tension pneumothorax. You have 30 seconds before brain damage begins. What do you do? A young resident raises his hand, fresh out of medical school, nervous. Needle decompression, second intercostal space, mid-clavicular line. Correct. Show me. He stands, moves forward, hesitates over the mannequin. I've never done this on a real patient. That's why you do it here, now, until your hands know it better than your brain. He inserts the practice needle, uncertain. Again. He repeats it. Faster. Again. Faster still. Again. His hands move with confidence now. Maya nods. That's how you save a life. Repetition. Confidence. No hesitation. When the moment comes, you won't have time to remember. You'll just act. The room is silent. Listening. Learning. Dr. Brennan's office at 8:47. Maya knocks. Come in, she enters. Brennan gestures to a chair. Sit. She does. I've been reviewing your performance evaluations. And? You're one of the best trauma residents this program has ever produced. Maya doesn't respond immediately. Thank you. Which is why I'm recommending you for chief resident next year. She stares at him. I still have 6 months left in my current year. And you've already accomplished more than most attendings do in 5 years. Dr. Brennan, he slides a folder across the desk. This is a proposal. A new training program. Combat medicine principles for civilian trauma teams. Evidence-based protocols for high-stress scenarios. Maya opens it. Her name is on the first page as program director. You want me to run this? I want you to build it from the ground up. She looks up. Why me? Because you've lived both worlds. You know what works under impossible conditions, and you know how to teach people to survive them. Maya closes the folder slowly. I'll need to think about it. Don't think too long. We launch in 3 months. She stands. Thank you, Dr. Brennan. Thank you, Maya, for coming back, for staying. The trauma bay at 2:36 in the afternoon. A critical case rolls in. Gunshot wound to the chest. Young man, 22. Bleeding heavily. Maya's running it. Chest tube kit, 2 units O negative. Get me pressure on that entry wound. The patient's blood pressure drops. He's decompensating. Maya moves without hesitation. Inserts the chest tube. Blood pours out immediately. Massive hemothorax. He needs OR right now. The team moves like a machine. Fast, efficient, coordinated. Maya steps back, watches them work. They're good. Really good. Because she trained them. The parking lot at 11:52 that night. Maya walks to her car. Her phone rings. Unknown number. She answers. Reeves. Apollo. She stops walking. Captain Chen. How's the civilian world? Better than the alternative. He chuckles. Good to hear it. Why are you calling? I have a proposal. I'm not deploying again. I'm not asking you to. I'm asking if you'd consult. Train federal medical teams. Share your expertise. Maya is quiet. How often? Once a month. 2 days. Right here in Chicago. No deployments. Hence, no combat zones. She thinks. I'll do it. Really? On one condition. Name it. You stop calling me Apollo. That's not who I am anymore. He's quiet for a moment. What should I call you? Dr. Reeves. Or just Maya? Deal. Thank you, Maya. She hangs up. Looks at the sky. Smiles slightly. 1 year later, Maya stands in front of a new group of residents. First day of their trauma rotation. She wears a white coat now. Chief resident badge pinned to the front. Welcome to trauma. Some of you will love it. Some will hate it. All of you will be challenged in ways you can't imagine yet. She walks slowly along the front row. This job isn't about being a hero. It's about being competent when everything is chaos. It's about staying calm when the world is screaming. She stops, looks at each of them. You will lose patience. You will make mistakes. You will doubt whether you're good enough. Her voice softens. But if you show up every day, if you keep learning, if you refuse to quit when it gets hard, she pauses, you will save lives. And that will matter more than anything else you ever do. The room is completely silent. Now let's get to work. The locker room. End of a long shift. Maya opens her locker. The photograph is still there. 5 faces in desert uniforms. She touches it gently. Her team. Her family. I carry you with me. She whispers. Every shift. Every patient. Every life I save. She closes the locker. Walks out, the roof of the hospital. Dawn breaking over Chicago. Maya stands with a cup of coffee, watching the city wake up below her. the skyline painted orange and pink. She breathes. 4 in, 6 out, the old rhythm, but it doesn't hurt anymore. It centers her. For the first time in 8 years, she feels at peace. Not because the past is gone, but because she's finally learned to carry it without being crushed. She hears footsteps behind her. Sam joins her at the railing. "You come up here a lot now. It helps me think." "About what?" Maya looks at her. "About how far I've come. How many people didn't make it. How much it matters that I keep going." Sam is quiet for a moment. "You know what I think?" "What?" "I think they'd be proud of you." Maya's eyes glisten slightly. "I hope so." They stand together in silence as the sun rises. Below them, the trauma center comes to life. Ambulances arriving, doctors running, patients being saved. The endless cycle of crisis and recovery. And Maya Reeves, once a combat medic who tried to disappear, now a trauma surgeon who refuses to hide, stands above it all, watching, ready, alive. Text appears over the final image. Dr. Maya Reeves served at Cook County Trauma Center for 15 years. She trained over 200 residents in advanced trauma care, consulted on 47 federal operations, saved countless lives. She never spoke publicly about Sangin, but those who knew never forgot. The photograph. 5 faces, desert uniforms, dust and determination. Maya's voice, soft but steady. "I carry you with me. Every day, every patient, every life I save. This is for you. All of it, always." The image fades, the screen goes dark. Then 4 words appear. "For those who stay." Fade to black. End.